Emily Tran had no business being at a galactic employment exchange on Mars, but when your Earth-based marketing job goes remote and you need excitement, space travel suddenly feels like a good idea. She wandered the vast Crimson Pavilion, staring at booths with names like Interstellar Mining Company, Venusian Soul Therapies, and Diplomatic Marriages, Zarnokian Alliance Program. That last one made her laugh out loud. The booth had shimmering pink banners and a 7-foot-tall green woman sitting behind the table, her exoskin glittering like emerald glass. The sign read, "Unity through matrimony, marry a Zarnokian for peace." "Bet that's a wild honeymoon," Emily muttered. The Zarnokian raised an eyebrow ridge and offered a polite smile. "Are you interested in planetary alliance, Earthling?" Emily grinned, playing along. "Sure. I'll marry a Zarnokian if it means free space travel and diplomatic immunity." "Consent is binding," the Zarnokian replied, sliding a tablet toward her. Emily chuckled. "Oh, I do." Suddenly, the booth shimmered, and a holographic seal of interplanetary law appeared above them. "Marriage registered," the Zarnokian said flatly. "You are now bonded to Commander Velor of Zarnok 7. Congratulations." Emily blinked. "Wait, what?" Scene 2. Real consequences. Back in her shuttle, Emily assumed the whole thing was a prank. Until 3 hours later, when her screen buzzed and a massive starship hovered overhead. "Human Emily Tran," a mechanical voice intoned, "you are summoned to Zarnok 7. Your presence is required at the bonding ceremony with Commander Velor." No, it was a joke," she yelled into her comms. "You can't seriously think I married someone by accident." But interstellar law was painfully literal. The word "I do" in proximity to a Zarnokian contract was legally binding, especially under the Martian alliance treaties. Before she could protest further, a tractor beam grabbed her shuttle and yanked her toward the looming vessel. Scene 3. Meeting the groom. The inside of the Zarnokian ship was stunning. Smooth crystal corridors, ambient music from vibrating minerals, and enough purple lighting to make a nightclub jealous. And then she saw him. Commander Velor stood 12 feet tall, built like a statue carved from obsidian. His armor shimmered like oil on water, and his 4 arms were crossed as he studied her with glowing amber eyes. "You are small," he said, voice like thunder. "You're very shiny," Emily stammered. "I was told you accepted the bond willingly." "I thought it was a joke. You guys don't really marry people at booths, do you?" Velor blinked slowly. "Is Earth humor always so legally binding?" Emily groaned. Scene 4. The unbreakable vow. Zarnokian culture took marriage seriously, like, treat a between worlds serious. Backing out wasn't just rude, it was an act of war. The Zarnokian Council explained the consequences to Emily in cold, formal tones. "If you annul this union, it will signal a breakdown in diplomatic trust. War will be declared between Earth and Zarnok 7 within 72 galactic hours." "Because I didn't mean to marry your guy," Emily cried. "Intent is irrelevant. You said I do." Emily stared at the giant gemstone in her ceremonial glove. "So what now? Do we live in a lava palace or something?" Commander Velor looked surprised. "You wish to cohabitate already? How progressive." She face-palmed. Scene 5. Learning to be a Zarnokian wife. Forced to play the part, Emily was enrolled in alliance bonding orientation. She learned how to serve traditional Zarnokian flame pudding made from actual lava. Communicate via eyebrow clicks, Zarnokians had 7 eyebrows. Greet her in-laws with a headbutt and a roaring bellow. Velor proved surprisingly gentle, despite his terrifying stature. He took her on a tour of Zarnok 7, showing her star bridges, crystal libraries, and their legendary ocean of liquid fire. "You are adapting well," he said one night. I'm just trying to avoid starting a war. You honor your species, Velor replied, but I sense your heart is not yet in our union. It's not in it, Emily mumbled. I just didn't think I'd be someone's alien bride when I got on a shuttle this morning. He tilted his head. In time, perhaps your choice will feel less like accident and more like destiny. Scene 6. Earth's reaction. Earth was losing its collective mind. News channels ran headlines like, Earth woman accidentally marries alien warlord, diplomacy saved. Her mom called once a day crying, Are you safe? Do they eat humans? Emily replied with photos of fancy dinners and interstellar spas. Her old boss tried to hire her back, saying, Could you help us market to Zarnokians? This is huge. But the weirdest thing, Emily started to enjoy herself. Velor was awkward but kind. He read epic poems to her before bed, challenged her to starlight duels, and insisted she wear a crown made of sunstones. One night, watching the binary moons from their shared balcony, he asked, Do you still wish to annul our bond when the peace period ends? Emily hesitated. I don't know. Scene 7. A proposal in reverse. On the final night of the mandatory peace union period, a Zarnokian official arrived with the annulment tablet. This document, once signed by both parties, dissolves the marriage. Emily took it. So did Velor. He looked at her. If it is your will, I shall sign. She stared at the document. Once, it had all seemed ridiculous, a cosmic joke gone wrong. But somewhere between lava cakes and alien poetry, she'd started to feel at home. Emily set the stylus down. I was joking when I said I do the first time, she said quietly. But if I said it again now, I'd mean it. Velor looked stunned. Then, slowly, he smiled, an expression that spread across his face like starlight breaking through clouds. Then say it again, Earthling. Emily took a breath. I do. Scene 8. Happily ever alien. A second marriage ceremony was held, this time with full intent. The galaxies watched as Emily Tran of Earth and Commander Velor of Zarnok 7 renewed their vows beneath a halo of stardust and solar flares. This time, when she said I do, the crowd erupted in cheers instead of legal alarms. Emily eventually became Earth's ambassador to Zarnok 7, a title she wore with humor and a crown of sunstones. Every once in a while, she'd walk by that old marriage booth at the Martian job fair, now redesigned to include a disclaimer. Saying I do may cause permanent interplanetary union. She'd laugh and say, yeah, but sometimes the best things in life start as a joke.